In a small village, there lived a teacher named Isanor. She taught in an old school with broken desks, faded walls, and very few books. Many students came from poor families, and some of them even thought about leaving school forever. But Madame Isa believed one thing: education can change a person's destiny. Every morning, she walked several kilometers to reach the school. Even during rain and heat, she never missed a class. She did not only teach subjects like math and English, she taught courage, honesty, hope. One student named Ali Hassan was very weak in studies. Other children laughed at him because he could not read properly. One day, Ali sadly told the teacher, "Madam, maybe I am too stupid to learn." Madame Isa smiled gently and said, "A slow learner is not a failure. A person who stops trying is." From that day, she stayed after school every evening to help Ali read and write. Sometimes she used her own money to buy notebooks and pencils for students who could not afford them. Years passed. The small village school slowly became famous for hardworking students. One day, a black car stopped outside the school. A young officer stepped out wearing a neat uniform. It was Ali Hassan now, a successful civil servant. He entered the classroom with tears in his eyes and said, "Whatever I am today is because one teacher believed in me when nobody else did." Madame Isa smiled proudly. She realized that a teacher's true success is not money or awards, but the lives they brighten. In a quiet town, there was a school where most students had lost interest in studying. They came late, ignored homework, and believed success was only for rich people. Then a new teacher arrived, Sir Hamza Karim. On his first day, he wrote one sentence on the blackboard: "Your future is created by what you do today." The students laughed and did not take him seriously. But Sir Hamza remained patient. Every day, he told them stories of people who rose from poverty through hard work and education. He encouraged each student like a parent encourages a child. Among the students was Bilal Ahmed, a boy who worked at a tea stall after school to support his family. Because of tiredness, he often slept during class. Other teachers scolded him, but Sir Hamza understood his struggles. One evening, Sir Hamza visited Bilal's small home. He saw Bilal studying under a dim candle because there was no electricity. At that moment, the teacher realized the boy did not lack intelligence, he lacked opportunity. The next day, Sir Hamza gathered old books, arranged free evening classes, and even convinced local people to help poor students continue their education. Years later, Bilal became an engineer. During a public ceremony, he said, "People saw my poverty. My teacher saw my potential." The audience clapped loudly. But Sir Hamza quietly looked toward the sky with grateful eyes. He knew his mission was fulfilled. In a mountain village, there was a government school where students rarely completed their studies. Most children left school early to work with their families. One day, a young teacher named Zainab Fatima joined the school. She noticed that many students were intelligent but had no confidence. Among them was a quiet girl named Sarah Khan. Sarah loved learning, but her relatives believed girls did not need education. Because of constant criticism, she stopped answering questions in class. One afternoon, Madam Zainab called Sarah and asked, "What is your dream?" Sarah softly replied, "I want to become a doctor. But maybe dreams are not for people like me." The teacher looked at her and said, "Dreams belong to those who work for them." Those words changed Sarah's life. Madam Zainab started special classes after school and encouraged every student to believe in themselves. She often said, "Your circumstances may be difficult, but your future is still in your hands." She taught students under trees when classrooms became too crowded. During winter, she brought warm tea for children who came without breakfast. Slowly, the school began to change. Attendance improved, students became disciplined, and parents started respecting education.